Hi everyone, welcome back on adobelive.com. We will be live for 1 hour with Jing. Hey Jing.
Hi.
Yeah, and Jing, who was already live with us several times actually.
A few times at this point, yeah.
Because we did a live stream in San Francisco and another one from Off in Barcelona last year.
That was fun.
A short one.
A short one, yeah.
I remember it was a dog on a skateboard.
Yes, yeah. I think I awkwardly tried to draw the cameraman and that he did not like that.
So we ended with a dog on a skateboard.
Yes, a positive ending.
So yeah, thanks for watching. Let us know where you are from. We are live from New York, the 1990 conference still. And the idea is to discover the work of Jing, and you can ask her any question. She's a super talented artist, illustrator, based in Brooklyn. So ask her anything.
Anything at all.
About life.
Yeah. Really good at talking about life.
Okay, so let's start and let's check your website, which
Okay.
is jingweistudio.com.
Yeah. I guess a quick intro is that I'm mostly a freelance illustrator, but I also work for Etsy. So I think I have.
Here?
Where? Which one? Oh no. Really need to update that photo. So serious.
Yeah, so mysterious.
I know, it doesn't represent me at all.
Back shots and stuff.
I always have a glass of wine in my hand at all times.
All day long.
So yeah, I freelance, I do a lot of editorial work, and then I also create this like ongoing body of work for Etsy. So it's a little bit of a mix between branding, advertising, editorial, and whatever stray projects come my way.
Yeah. So Etsy, which is a website, how would you describe it? It's for...
Ooh, God, I should know this by now, like the elevator pitch. It is a platform for sellers to open up small shops and sell vintage and handmade goods.
Yeah, and very creative.
It's a very creative community,
yeah.
So we're trying to support that for sure.
Okay, so Marianne is asking, what do you think about collaborating with other designers? So does it happen sometimes in your work? You have to collaborate with other designers, or?
Yeah, I think being an illustrator, it's kind of all about collaboration, just the nature of having to make client work, because I make predominantly commercial work, and I feel like I'm always collaborating with the client, whether that is a graphic designer or an art director. It's always kind of like we're creating this shared vision, and so I'm bringing something to the table, and I'm kind of helping them realize what they want to communicate.
Okay.
But in terms of a more artistic collaboration, it's actually, I have a project here that is a perfect lead-in to this question.
Which one?
So it's this mural here. And this was really the first, I want to say this is the first time that I've really collaborated with no prompt, and it's just like, we just had free reign.
Okay.
So this was a mural for the London office of Etsy. It was their new office, so they were just moving, they were just renovating space, and we had this giant wall to work with that kind of spanned 2 stories. And so we just had this blank space, and I reached out to this other artist named Emily Forgot. Her real name's Emily Alston, but her alias is Emily Forgot, who is a graphic designer, and she also makes these 3D wood relief boards.
Oh, I see.
So part of this is in 3D, and then I went in and painted it by hand around the boards that she installed. So she definitely had a more graphic sensibility, and I kind of matched that a little bit by taking a more abstract approach. So I feel like it was a really successful collaboration. It was fun, it was unexpected, and a lot of the stuff was like free-handed, and some of the decisions were made on the spot, which I think yielded some really interesting results.
It's awesome. And the fact that there is also this added dimension with the... It was new for you, no?
It was definitely new for me, that's a working clock too. I know, I really tried to not mess up her parts of the collaboration. Like, it was so beautiful already. I just feel like the work was already done. But yeah, so that was really fun. And I would say sometimes collaborating definitely elevates your own work because it forces you to think outside of what you're used to. So you don't naturally go to your habits, So
that's the working environment of Etsy in London? That's nice.
Yeah, one of their offices. I know, it does look pretty ideal in these bright, shiny photos. No, that is a beautiful space. Yeah, I really wish I want to go back.
But then this is the weather of London, so
that's true. It's bright on the inside, but once you step outside,
it's pitch dark.
It's pitch dark.
There was a question by El Matisse. What's the best way to learn how to use better color in illustration and how to match and mix the colors?
Ooh, that's technical.
Yeah, but what is your approach with colors? With your color palette, do you have any methodology, or is?
I feel like color is. I mean, I did learn about like the very sort of the foundation of color in school, right? We all kind of learn about
color theory.
Yeah, color theory, color relationships. But I think from then on, your personal relationship with color is sort of an extension of your style. So that really comes from, it's all wrapped up in the development of your personal style. So I would say, for me, one thing that helps is getting a prompt and sort of determining the mood of a piece. So for example, with these New York Times illustrations, they tend to be a little bit more gloomy and mysterious, a little Twin Peaksy. So I definitely go with a darker palette and a more subtle, subdued palette for that work. But then if I'm trying to, I don't know, illustrate like a really fun, light article.
This one wasn't very fun. No.
This was agonizing. Yeah, so.
I remember this one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a spot of brightness there, but for the most part, I feel like the way that I determine a color palette is sort of really tied into the assignment.
So this is when you collaborate with the magazine.
Yeah.
So what is the process again? Like they send you the article, or they send you sometimes it's a book to review, or it's
yeah. So for this series. For this series, it's for the New York Times, and it's for a regular column in the book review section called Otherworldly. Yeah. So the New York Times obviously has a ton of different sections. This one is book review, where they just review books. It's pretty straightforward. And this one is specifically sci-fi. So it's the same author every month and a half or so, and she reviews 4 books. And it's up to me to kind of find the common thread throughout all of the books, like common themes, ideas, and imagery. So yeah, it's generally short summaries that they send me. So it'll just be like a paragraph of text describing each book.
So you don't have to read 4 books?
No, I don't have to, although it would be a cool challenge. I'd be very well read.
Yeah, because what is the time frame? So when they ask for an illustration, when do you have to deliver it?
This one is usually a week and a half. Yeah,
okay.
So they always close on Wednesday, and then the art director usually emails me the Monday. That's like the week and a half before. So it's actually, for the New York Times, it's a pretty good deadline. Yeah, it's definitely better than op-ed, which is like a day to 2 days. So this is, it gives me a little bit more time to explore the concepts, which is nice.
And the
Yeah,
That's
so.
good. And you send several proposals, or you directly work on the piece?
I generally give 3 to 5 sketches, and I really love this particular content. I just think it's so fun, and like a lot of the work is already done for me because I'm reading these descriptions, and it's so image heavy that I just feel like, it's like endless pool of ideas. And all of these kind of belong in the same world, which makes it really easy for me too. So whenever I'm doing sketches, I'll look at the pieces that came before and kind of like build on what I've already done. So it's sort of like I'm piecing together this little world.
Oh, yeah, so if you get the New York Times,
so
don't miss the book review.
Gotta check out that book review section.
And usually you share them on your Instagram account, no?
I do, yeah. I try to be good about
pictures and.
Oh God, Instagram, the bane of my existence. I try to be good about sharing on Instagram, but it's hard. But yeah, every time a new one pops up, I'll try to post it, because that's sort of become my blog at this point. Like I've definitely neglected my Tumblr. Don't ever click on my news section. Just go straight to the gram. That's the most updated stuff.
And you have a shop.
I do. I wouldn't click on that either. It's also a little dusty.
And this one, what is this one?
This is actually also for the New York
the travel
Times.
section.
Yeah, okay. To promote another section of the New York Times, also check out the travel section. These are 2 topics that I just really love, actually, travel and science fiction. It's just, it's cool because it gives you sort of free reign to develop, I don't know, you kind of get to work with different landscapes, which I think is cool. So this one was a story about a couple who went to Mallorca for vacation, and they got into a big fight, and slowly their relationship fell apart. So it's a little sad, but But again, I tried to choose colors that reflected that mood. So a little bit of a gradient, some darkness.
Oh, Elena Miska is in the chat. And she loves your work.
Thank you.
Hey, Elena.
Oh, Elena, hi. Hello, I'll face you.
And Script TV is asking, how can I find my own unique style? I mean,
oh God, where to begin with that?
maybe you can tell your story.
Yeah, I have been thinking about this a bit recently because whenever I get asked this question, I just like kind of blank out because where do you even begin?
Hey,
you
you start running. I noticed that.
I start running?
Yeah, you start running.
Yeah, I
just
like
leave
jump
the
out of the
building.
window,
Yeah.
basically.
So,
I
good
think
question.
it's a good question. You got me. I can't leave. God, that is hard. I feel like for me personally, it's sort of changed as I have changed as a person. So that might sound a little bit hokey, but you know, your style is sort of a reflection of how you see the world, and that funnels into your work. So the more life experiences I have, the more my taste changes. I feel like that is also reflected in my work. But in terms of like the mediums and technical skill, I feel like all of that is sort of secondary to the way that you think. So my style has sort of been less about me trying to hone my technical skill and more about me trying to hone the way that I think conceptually and the way that I like try to get to my best ideas. Well, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Especially if you illustrate it with, I mean, all these covers, because all the concepts are very strong.
Thank you.
Every time, so.
Thanks. Yeah, it also helps to have content that you're interested in. So I think part of that, for me at this point, is me trying to take on jobs that I think will inspire me and will help me create interesting things.
So what is this one?
This one was
Airbnb.
for, so completely switching tones. This is a
Yeah.
lot more light. It's just about office culture and fun. Which is sort of like a running theme with tech companies these days. Like all tech companies sort of want to position themselves as, I hear the word authentic a lot, but also, you know, like fun and creative and, you know, a cohesive culture and community. So this was an internal culture guide for them where they,
So it was printed?
I think it was printed, yeah, it was printed, and it's probably also an online PDF that they sent out to all their employees, just sort of detailing their positioning and how they view the world, I guess, at the company, which is through a dog and a tiny car. Yeah, so if you go down, it's sort of this, it's sort of a series, I guess. Yeah, so I guess at Airbnb, obviously they value community and donuts, a community of donuts.
Very creative.
Thank you. I think I made that when I was moving, so that was a self-portrait, yeah. Just thinking about how to paint that wall. Yeah, this was, I forgot what the prompt was for this, but I remember instantly thinking of this image. It's so real. Yeah, Instagram
That's
culture.
good.
Well, somebody made a joke about not Jane.
I mean, you made the joke first.
That's true. Happy to see people
Because
carrying it out.
They shared the link to your Instagram account, so that's why.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Cool.
And Martin Corbo is asking, how do you start working for big editorials, like big magazines?
Yeah.
And do you have an agent, or how does it work?
I don't have an agent at the moment. I think that it's definitely something I would consider in the future. But for now, I think that the work is fairly steady, so I'm pretty happy with the flow of things right now.
And you have a good relationship with the New York Times?
I do, yeah. I think that a lot of these relationships obviously are built up over time. So I'm really lucky to have been in New York for so long that I've started like accumulating some of these relationships. So I think it's good. But yeah, I just started out kind of the way anybody would, by promoting endlessly and like really pestering people until they hired me, basically. So persistence.
So what would be the main benefits of an agent, like in your situation today? Why would you consider having an agent?
Well, I think that a lot of the larger companies and advertising agencies don't go to individual illustrators and designers. They tend to approach agencies more often because an agency will give them a roster of clients. So it's sort of like this already packaged deal. or a roster of artists. Yeah, exactly. So that, from the client's perspective, is obviously a lot easier versus like them doing the work themselves. They can just hire out to an agency, and then the agency can sort of pick amongst their roster and be like, okay, these are the ones that we're going to present to you. So I feel like having that access, you know, I probably won't be able to have as much access to these bigger clients as an individual as I would if I were signed on to an agency. So that would be a good perk.
And Deepa is asking, how did you start promoting your work?
I started promoting my work, so I don't think I'm that old, but I guess I've already spanned some sort of some sort of change. Yeah, I'm old on the inside. I started promoting my work by sending out postcards and emailing and calling art directors, which now I would not encourage. I don't think anyone wants to be called ever. And now with Instagram, obviously that sort of changed the game. Like, it really can just blast your work, and I don't know, you don't even know who can see it. Yeah. It's just like the reach is so wide, but in the beginning I really had to specifically target the people that I really wanted to work with. So that was through good old-fashioned mailers.
And you were already in Brooklyn when you started working as an illustrator?
I did. I started in Brooklyn. I pretty much moved here right after I graduated. Okay. So yeah, it's a pretty common story. How do you start your career? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a new inside.
That's it. One sentence. Move to New York, make friends.
So this is Headspace.
Okay, so Headspace.
Headspace is the...
Have you heard of this app?
It's the meditation one?
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Do you use it?
No, damn it. You shouldn't have asked me that. I should use it.
You swim.
I swim, yeah, that's my meditation. Stop looking at a screen so much.
It's a swimming pool.
So this was an ongoing job for them where I was making 2 illustrations for them a week, and so they were super fast. It was kind of like New York Times style editorial stuff. And the articles were actually really fun and super relatable because they all had to deal with anxiety and like how to live your best life, stuff like that. Perfect yeah. So I was doing these like once every other day, basically. Wow. So they're very fast. They're all done in Adobe Illustrator. And it really gave me a chance to kind of just work without being too precious with the piece, which I think is sometimes really good. And I got to know Illustrator a lot better. I don't know if you remember on the live stream last year, I was like fumbling around, and now I feel like I've really got...
A beast.
Yeah, a beast. I've transformed into a beast. Always what I wanted.
Always some cookies, always some wine.
Yeah, some round foods and some alcohol. That's pretty much my style. Yeah. Some of these are a little bit more fleshed out than others, but yeah, for the most part, they're just really quick, almost like style exercises.
And you always, you start sketching on paper, the concept, and when you feel good,
Yep, yeah, always sketching with a notebook. And then scanning it in, getting approval, and then working off of the approved sketch.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's a melted candle that was in the shape of a cat. There's a whole backstory here.
Oh, okay.
She's clearly a cat lover. There's a cat calendar.
It's a cat candle.
It's a cat candle, yeah. That's been melted because time has passed.
So they're asking, what do you think is the best advice for getting clients as a freelancer?
I guess it depends on what kind of clients you want to get, right? I feel like it never hurts to reach out directly, but I think that in the end, the work really speaks for itself. So if you want to be getting a certain kind of work, your portfolio has to reflect that. So for example, I want to be getting weirder work right now, like stuff to put on products, maybe more murals. So that's the kind of thing that I'm gravitating toward right now, and I want to make sure that I show that in my portfolio. Yeah. And I know this is like something that everyone says, and it's really true that it's not always possible, but if you find that you're not getting that kind of work, the best thing you could do is to generate that work yourself, right? And I know sometimes that's not realistic because of time and finances, but you know, that is one way of doing it that actually does work, I think.
And be bold.
Hi, Wade.
Wade, remember to be bold. Wade. Yeah, they are very nice. So for this, you were directly working in Illustrator, like you didn't cut the shapes? and
Oh no,
scan?
I have not been using Adobe Capture,
no.
even though it's a brilliant app.
This it was like straightforward, directly in Illustrator, right?
I do like that app, but yeah, this time I've kind of cut the middleman just for the sake of time.
Yeah. Right.
And they gave me a color palette to use, so that actually really helped speed things along. Yeah. So they had a brand color palette. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks Headspace. So that helped.
Elmati says, can we see your sketches? Do you have a sketchbook?
Oh my God, I do, but it's on the other side off camera. Can we get Lee to bring my bag over?
Oh, maybe.
Lee, can you bring my bag over real quick? Oh no, it's
And
a little
maybe Mark
behind the
will
scenes
meet you,
action.
maybe. We will try, okay?
Yeah,
to
we'll
show
try.
some sketches.
I just started a new sketchbook, so there's not that much to see, but yeah, you can see how much of a robot I am once you see my sketches. Everything's like very structured.
Structured, organized.
Yeah.
The bag is coming.
Thank you. The bag is coming.
The bag is coming.
I'm so sorry. Thanks so much. Cool.
Do you want all of it?
Yeah, I'll just take my book out. Thank you. Oh, okay, sure, thanks. What service?
Okay, you have to come.
Okay, so how does this camera work right now? Oh God.
He will zoom in, so.
Okay, do not zoom in on my face. So here's an example of a page from my sketchbook. I'm just gonna go like this. I feel like you're gonna see all my pores. So I usually start with written words just to sort of jot down the ideas, and then I'll go with really,
Wow.
yeah, so like really kind of loose thumbnails and then translate them into very tight drawings so the client can see exactly where I'm at, exactly where I'm going. Ta-da! Let me know when you want me to stop this. My fingers are very dry. Yeah, so sometimes I'll go through like rounds and rounds of thumbnails that won't really amount to anything, but it's just sort of a way for me to get down a loose composition and get a feeling of what the image could look like. So, yeah, there you go. That's a peek.
You get it? Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, sure, yeah. My pleasure.
Yeah, very organized.
Thanks,
Yeah.
yeah. It helps. So, what else can we talk about?
I love to see this part. Okay, so they're very happy.
Oh, cool,
with the
thanks.
sketches.
So many Matisse references.
I don't know which project. You created some patterns?
I did make some patterns, yep. I made some patterns for this swimwear collaboration, which actually was a really fun and challenging experience for me because I had never done anything like this before when they approached me. And yeah, and I didn't have anything. So this is a rare case where I actually didn't have anything like this in my portfolio.
But they trusted your style?
They trusted my style, yeah, which was incredible. And
You were not even swimming?
I wasn't even swimming at the time, no.
Swim.
I was just like this out of shape person who had never even done a pattern before, and they were like, we want you. So I made these 3 patterns for them for 2 collections, and they put the patterns all over 2-piece suits, 1-piece suits, ready to wear stuff. It was super cool. And then all these beautiful women modeled them, and it was a really good experience. Another collaboration of sorts,
a
basically.
collection? It was just for one?
2 collections,
Two
yeah.
collections.
So yeah, they.
It was the first time, no?
It was the first time
Your
I've
design
ever
on
made.
fashion, yeah.
Yes, I've ever made stuff for that was wearable. So this was absolutely a collaboration because there was so much back and forth, and I feel like they really got the best work out of me because at first I was sort of meandering and just trying some sketches, and then they were like, okay, well no, let's try this again, you know. So I really appreciate that like critical eye because it seemed like they just really wanted to nail it.
That's good. This is a...
That was...
I recognize something here.
Yeah, that was a beast of a project.
Let's see. In Brooklyn.
So this was the Brooklyn headquarters.
Wow, this looks nice.
Thanks. Yeah, this project spanned about a year.
And recognize
My blobby
characters.
people. Yeah, this took a long time to wrap up, but
Keep it real.
keep it real. That's our motto. Are you keeping it real? You have to ask yourself
Like
that
James
on a
Victor,
date. Yeah.
keep it real.
Right. What other 3-worded messages can we come up with? So this was columns, etched columns, a ceiling mural, a bunch of signage throughout the office. The deliverables it was like a long list basically, but.
So you didn't have to paint?
I did not personally paint this.
That's good.
I couldn't.
So is it engraved? Or, yeah.
Yeah, it was engraved. So it was an Illustrator file that I delivered, and then
it's
it was. Yeah, it was CNC routed onto like this dense foam board, which they then adhere to these concrete columns. So it looks really clean. I don't know. Yeah, this is like stuff that's out of my realm of expertise. So it's really cool to be working with an interior designer and a signage designer on this stuff, because I really learned a lot about materials throughout this whole project.
Oh, even this? You designed this?
Yeah, I made like, I don't know how many it was.
Icons?
A lot of icons.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and they're all over the building. So it's just basically...
Now we know where is the secret room.
Well, but you don't know, there's no map of it. So you know that it exists, but you don't know where it is. And
wow,
this was
this
was a gate that opens in the middle, and it was, I think, water jet cut out of aluminum. So, like, I don't know, I have no idea what the thought process is behind material decisions, but I just know that it looks really cool in the end. So yeah, definitely a really awesome project.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should do a GIF.
I know I should. I'm so bad at motion. I leave all that to my assistant, but I'm going to try to learn his powers before he leaves. Yeah, so that was the original file for the ceiling mural.
Yeah, with the unicorns.
So we had a team of mural painters basically take this file and transfer it to the ceiling, and it took them like 3 weeks. And it was like during the summertime. Yeah, a really long time.
Summertime? Oh my God.
Yeah, in the summertime. It felt so bad. Every time I walked by, I would like try to leave out the back door so they wouldn't see me. Wow. I should be the one up there. Yeah, the ceilings are crazy. Oh, I'm touching my mic.
So awesome.
But yeah, one of the cool things about working for Etsy is that I get to do these in real life projects, and there's basically no one else to do them. So I'm just like, I'll do it. Like, just give me a chance. And yeah, it's a lot of trust, which I appreciate, so. And this was a really recent project, which was another collaboration with this store in Crown Heights called Park Deli.
Okay.
Which is I think they call themselves a flower, skateboards, and dry goods shop. So they're mostly a flower shop, but they also sell this other stuff.
Good range.
Yeah, right? It's like what the people want. So this is pretty much a limited edition skateboard collaboration. So it was screen printed by a dude out in California, and he decided to keep the wood grain and keep the stain on the boards, so it kind of showed through the back.
Oh, that's why there's the...
Yeah, so every board is kind of unique and different. Oh man, people are starting to filter in.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. It's getting at those apples.
Yeah. It should be full in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, something is moving here.
Yeah, oh, I didn't do this animation. I really have, so that's my next step, is to focus on movement, motion, and animation. I really think that would be...
Ah, for MailChimp. Nice.
Yeah, so this was an ad for MailChimp, basically, that went out to their users.
So you worked with motion designers, created all the files?
Yeah, I worked with, it was an internal project.
Okay.
Or the work was done all internally, so it wasn't with a freelance motion designer, it was with somebody who was working at MailChimp. And so she was both art directing me and also animating this. So I basically gave them the static files, and it was all layered because it was an Illustrator, and then they just like surprised me with this very involved animation. Wow. So I love the way that I don't make it easy for them, because my hands are basically like paws. So the only way you can animate my hand is like this. But they did a good job. Yeah, so, try to have a range of stuff.
Right, this one was the one for Adobe, no?
Yeah, this is
tutorial.
This is some older Adobe work. Right, that was like the beginning of all the capture work that we were doing. So these were just headers for all the tutorials that used to be released. Yeah, I haven't done one of these in a while. I think that they probably switched gears, or you guys switched gears. So for a while they were illustrated, which was really fun. Yeah, oof, getting down to the bottom. This is all some older work.
No, is there another work you want to showcase?
I think this is, I mean, not really. This is pretty much it.
Swimming pool.
Yeah, another swimming pool. I know, it's really
my
like,
God.
again, it's an extension of your life experiences, what you're thinking about, what you're doing. I will say that I love doing the mural work, so I'm really happy that Etsy has given me an opportunity to do that. So here's an example of one. I've done a few.
In San Francisco.
Yeah, in San Francisco. I've done a few out in their international offices at this point, so I really would love the challenge of doing more in the future. So this is sort of like a huge learning experience for me so far.
And in this case, you painted it, or
Yeah.
this one? Yeah.
Yeah, I painted
did
it
everything.
just with house paint on a wall. It's like so simple.
Yeah.
I was definitely intimidated by the paint at first because I feel like I wouldn't be able to sit down in front of a piece of paper and make a painting, but for some reason this was a lot more intuitive and easy for me working at that scale. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh my God, somebody's asking if I can show them my first illustrations. It's a bold question.
Yeah. Maybe not.
I think I posted one on my Instagram, but yeah, you can go to my Instagram and dig.
Yeah.
Let's see, load more. It was like a pile of beef.
The pile? No.
Oh, you gotta go way down.
Yeah. I need to go
right
down.
there, yes. Okay, so this was one of my first, oh God.
I think you showed it on the stream last time.
No way.
I think so, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This was one of my first illustrations.
Wow.
Coming out of school. It was a woodcut print because I used to do that. And what can I say? It's a pile of beef that's
perfect.
smiling.
It's very good.
And it's making little patty friends on the grill, which is a little dark now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's there. It's on the web.
It's all out there. Can't take it down.
And
This
one
was another wall
mural.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love taking on projects that kind of challenge the scale of your illustrations. I feel like it's just always a surprise when you see it in this context, you know, and also with real life people walking past it, interacting with it. I think that's really cool. It's definitely a different feeling than when you see something printed in a magazine. And there's also a permanence to it that I think is nice.
Nice.
That's the beautiful team, Oliver and Emily.
So this is what you want to do more, yeah? Like if you want to focus on one field, it would be more mural painting.
Yeah, I think products, murals. I also have been trying to think of long-term projects because I think I've done a lot of editorial work. I'm really good at fast conceptual thinking, but now I kind of want to figure out whether or not I can approach, I don't know, maybe a more abstract body of work or something that's more long-term like a book or a zine, so we'll see. Yeah.
Okay, a lot of questions about how you choose colors.
I know, it's interesting. I guess everyone, I guess color is something that everyone kind of struggles with, or it's something that it's a decision that you have to come across and think about. I'm sorry, I already answered that before.
You can watch the replay.
Yeah.
And what is this one?
That's just a man that's coming out of a bunch of melted bodies.
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
No big deal.
Yeah.
This was for Plan Sponsor magazine, which is a financial magazine. This is an editorial piece, but this is actually a super long-term client of mine, or a long-time client of mine. And it's a financial magazine, and the articles are super boring, but the art director is really awesome. So she finds a way around the text, basically, where she's just like, okay, the text is this, but it's really about this, you know? So if you just illustrate that byline, then you're good. So yeah, nice. I think this one was about like emerging as a new you or whatever.
Awesome.
There's
a king.
There's a king on the premises. It's a man with a crown.
So, okay, thanks for sharing.
Of course, yeah.
For seeing all the illustrations. So also we wanted you to review 2 portfolios.
Ooh, yeah.
Review. It's more an opportunity to showcase, the work coming from the community. So We'll see what happens.
Okay.
There is an amazing video animation first.
A what? A video animation?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, it's amazing.
Do we get to see it?
No,
Okay.
you never see it. Never. And I've heard it's very good.
I'll just trust you on that, I guess.
So the first one we wanted to review is a work by Aiko. And what I like with this work is that it involves paper, and I know that you like also to cut paper and
Yes.
stuff. So I said, okay, it would be interesting for you to
Yeah,
check his work.
absolutely.
It's from Estonia, which is awesome.
So, do you know that he makes this? Is he like here? Is he on the screen?
Maybe he's on the chat. I mean,
Do you know if he makes these by hand, or is it digitally replicated like that effect?
it's a good question.
Yeah.
So maybe this is something he could explain actually.
Yes. I guess we can. I
Like
never want to
in the
guess
portfolio.
because I could see it both ways. It seems like maybe he sets up a foundation, then it digitally enhances some parts of it.
Yeah, and the shadows look so perfect.
I know.
I would be.
But it's also like perfectly imperfect
Yeah,
because
exactly.
yeah,
So-
it has to be like it's hard to replicate that natural depth, I think.
Yeah. So not sure.
Okay.
Might be.
But then some of these gradients
might
look
be-
so smooth that I
Yeah.
feel like it must be done digitally as well.
Must be Photoshop.
Yeah, it's got to be that Photoshop. It's great. It's a great body of work. I've actually seen some of his stuff for the Times. This one in particular is
Oh, yeah?
amazing, amazing GIF.
Oh.
Yeah, go scroll down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so cool. So that's for sure digital, but it's really want to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff,
Oh my God. Yeah.
right? I think it's really cool when, yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
It's very powerful. Am I supposed to say bad things about it, like critical things?
No.
Okay, I'll just praise it. Ooh, that's disturbing.
Ooh. About the Zika virus.
Oh, yeah.
I found my silence.
Yeah, I like that he's able to go simple
Yeah. It's,
and also have pieces that are a bit more elaborate with a lot of detail. So I think it's always good to have a range so that you're not like making the same composition again and again, because it just shows that you're thinking of different approaches to various problem solving. Okay.
it looks real too. I mean, it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell,
Like,
yeah.
This one's hard to tell.
It's probably good that we don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the impression is there. Like it works. Like you.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
It works. Like it looks like paper. So it works.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the work is really developed.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to see him explore more variation in characters, actually, because it seems like he's got this silhouette down. He's got this like sort of foundation of this kind of body and face. So it would be cool to see a variety within that world, I guess. Yeah, this stuff is nice.
Yeah.
It's almost like it almost feels like set design, like a photo shoot.
Yeah. Right.
It's cool. I can definitely see this work lending itself well to advertising and product illustrations. Nice. Yeah, strong sense of color too.
Yeah. That's very nice. No, good job, Aiko.
Good job. Nice
Aiko
work.
from Estonia.
Oh man, I want to like ask him a bunch of questions now. I wonder what it's like working as an illustrator over
No, yeah,
there, because he's working for New York clients.
He has like very big customers. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
tons of
surprised.
international clients. So he must be trying to promote himself a lot to be found,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe just using Behance because it's super popular. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I should start a Behance.
Members since 2010.
Ah, an early adopter.
Yeah. That's good.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Congratulations, Aiko. It's really strong work, and
Really great
we're
stuff.
very happy to feature this work. And also there is a work by Marilou.
Awesome.
Oh, I met Marilou actually
Oh yeah, is she based in New York? No, London.
in London. Yeah, but
Okay.
she's French,
Oh, cool.
and she was at OFF in Barcelona.
Ah, nice. Was she speaking or?
No, she was just attending. Yeah,
Cool.
and she entered in a creative jam.
Ah,
Like
nice.
a design. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was one of the participants.
What was the theme for that?
I don't remember. Oh, here.
Oh, really? This is her piece?
Yeah, this is her piece, and it was about the 30th. Oh, yeah, the 30th anniversary of Illustrator.
Oh, okay, cool. So that was just, you just had to illustrate the number 30?
Yeah, and it's about
something
Illustrator. So she added, some tools here,
Ah, right.
like the
Cool.
T, the move tool, the crop tool,
Nice.
with her sketch.
Awesome.
And they only had 2 or 3 hours, and it was
That's super fast.
super fast.
Yeah.
And she won the prize of the public watching online and voting, and she won the prize.
Awesome. Oh, wow. Okay. Congratulations. I don't know if she's here even. Just speaking into the abyss. Well, speaking of colors, she has a really strong color palette.
Yeah.
It's super recognizable right off the bat, which is good. I think it definitely supports the work and the content. This is a cool drawing. It's hard to draw a patterned animal, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So I applaud her for that. Yeah, I always stay away from tigers and zebras. It's too much.
Too much. Okay, now it's illustration for Facebook Valentine's Day cards.
Oh, cool. Oh, I feel like I've seen that monkey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's a very
Maybe they
recognizable
received the
group.
card.
Maybe, that's true.
Oh, here are the sketches. That's cool.
Oh, cute. Yeah, really great character, super expressive.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, very shiny. It seems like she's getting the kind of work that really supports her style, which is awesome. She doesn't have to compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like perfect for those ads.
It's very good. And for Google too. Wow, look at
Oh,
that.
the sticker set, yeah.
Ah, the sticker set, yeah.
Yeah. This is really fun.
Not listening.
Yeah. Oh God, that is awful. What an awful, there's so many other ways you could not listen to something.
It's extreme.
It's extreme, that's
Yeah.
the word, yeah. But maybe she's an extreme lady. Doesn't shy away. Oh wow, yeah, these look great in the app.
Wow.
Cool, nice work.
And still, we still recognize her color palette. So.
Yeah. Yeah, really bright, super fun. I wonder if these are partially Google's colors too, but it really fits
yeah.
in with her whole body of work.
Yeah. And Les Echos is a big newspaper.
What is?
Les Echos. It's a big newspaper, like magazine in France.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
I guess she made some
Nice.
illustrations too.
Oh, I see. So it's a series.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, there we go.
Awesome. Yeah, nice diversity in characters. Super playful. It's
Yeah,
just a good vibe all around.
I like to see her characters animated also.
Yeah.
Like this monkey.
Has she done that? Oh, wait, yeah, the little gifs.
Yeah, but I like to see more.
More
keyframes, more
Mary
animations.
Lou. It's never enough. Yeah, it definitely lends itself well to
Wow.
animation. You can almost like see the waves moving, like
Yeah.
the clouds gliding.
Oh, here.
Yeah, woman swinging. It's cool. That's a nice portrait up top.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, parts of it kind of remind me of Malika Favre, like the way that she does her stark shadows,
Okay.
which is a hard thing to do, I think, in such a flat program.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah,
And
these
now,
people
yeah.
are awesome.
And she moved to London. I guess a lot of designers, actually, illustrators, especially moved to London.
A really good city for illustration.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was there earlier, I met a lot of really talented people, and it seems like a good community there too. Very
Yeah.
similar to New York, actually.
Yeah, very vibrant. A lot of agencies, a lot of customers.
Lots of agencies, yeah. A lot of good work coming out of there.
Cool. Yeah,
Cool.
thanks for sharing your portfolio, and
Yeah.
thank you, Marilu. Okay, we
Nice to
still
see
have
you.
like 10 minutes together, so.
Oh my God, how do we fill this time?
Oh my God.
Ask
if you
us
have
some
any
more
questions,
questions.
come on, guys. How do you choose your color palette? No, I'm kidding.
No.
Okay. No, stop it. Okay, what should we check? Oh, something is moving here.
Okay, so this was
Oh.
a really simple, almost like a sketch. I can't take credit for this animation. That was my assistant, Aaron, who is like too good for me. But he definitely, I guess I see it as a collaboration too whenever I have to animate something or put it into motion. he'll often come with some ideas of how I can make the assets move, because I gave him this file, for example, and I was like, okay, the cloud could be moving, the ball can be rolling, and then he kind of had an idea of having things sort of snap so that it sort of breaks up the monotony of that motion, which I think was really smart, and then it also makes everything loop as well.
Cool.
So this was just a really quick piece. The prompt was basically a room, like a digital room, and an asterisk. So that's pretty much what this was.
There we go.
And yeah, it was another exercise in style. I know, strange one.
And this is another mural that you didn't see?
Yeah.
Oh, Dublin.
Yeah.
You travel, huh?
I love traveling.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a privilege. I feel really lucky to be able to do it. But again, the office murals kind of helped me create an opportunity to do that. But yeah, that's Iggy, the best dog in the world. And I put him on a boat. He doesn't even care or know. But he was my muse for this mural.
That's good.
Yeah, that was fun. It's really fun to have these contained projects while you're traveling too, because of course while you're traveling you're like in a completely different mindset.
Yeah.
So it's cool to be able to.
Like how long does it take for
I like to give myself a week because I'm still pretty slow. I know people who can bang it out in like 2 or 3 days, and I think that's incredible. But for me, I like to be like comfortable. So a week is perfect for a wall of this size for me at least. Oh man, it's getting rowdy. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe this is a good one to talk about. So this was a talk that I gave in September or October, sometime in the fall, for AIGA. And the AIGA puts on a lot of awesome small short talks. I just went to one this morning. That was a nice panel. And this was a Pecha Kucha style talk. Do you know what that is? It's like where you have to have time slides.
Yeah, Pecha Kucha. I met the founders in Tokyo actually.
What? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's a concept where you only have like 20 slides and 20 seconds per slide, right?
Yes.
20-20.
Yeah.
And and actually it started. It was created by an architect. So it
really?
was just, and they were trying to find a way to share architectural practices between architects, but with something very organized because they're architects.
Yeah.
So they found the format, and then they extended it to other creative fields,
Okay.
and it became this huge network of conferences.
I wouldn't think that like
Huge now.
so it hasn't been around for that long then.
Oh no, it's long.
It is long, but you're able to meet the founders.
Oh yeah, I mean he's not 20, but he's not 60. You know,
Right.
he's actually a very renowned architect in Tokyo.
Okay.
But he's from the US or from the UK.
Okay.
He's not Japanese.
Right.
And I mean, if you have the opportunity to attend a Pecha Kucha night,
Super fun.
they have more than 300, maybe more, maybe 500. I mean, go on the website, and they tend to record everything. So has yours been recorded? The
Yes,
presentation?
this one has been recorded, the whole presentation. There were like 5 or 6 of us, so it was all people sharing what a typical day looks like in their life. So for me, I just took a sketchbook around and I documented my whole day in my sketchbook, basically. So the talk is a little stressful because you can't control the slides, it's automated. So it just auto advances and you're like in the middle of a sentence and then all of a sudden you just move on to the next slide. So yeah, it was really fun.
It's just about your daily routine.
It's about my daily routine. It's kind of, for this one, I sort of cheated a little bit. Normally I wouldn't go to both Etsy and my studio, but I felt like I just wanted to share both sides. So yeah, this was just, me sketching, taking my cookie break.
And they're asking about the Pecha Kucha. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So this is how it's spelled, pechakucha.org. And
it's a great way to get a community of people kind of talking about the same subject and sharing their views. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, your presentation should be somewhere.
What? Oh, the one that you saw?
No, the one you did. It should be on the website.
Oh, the one that I did is on the AIGA New York website. So you got to dig a little bit. It's called A Day in the Life.
I thought it was
Oh God, that beef just popped up.
The beef is back.
That beef haunts
The
me.
masterpiece.
I know, my opus.
The origin.
The origin story. So
Nice.
what else can we talk about?
What's happening here?
This was.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. So cool.
Have we? Yeah, you've probably seen this.
We played.
So this was a video that was done for Etsy's IPO when they announced their IPO. But this was sort of like an isolated project that didn't really have anything to do with the brand. It was just a project that we did with partners in Spade. So they art directed everything, they produced it, and it was super fun. Like a really intense couple of weeks, actually. We did all these illustrations, went through a lot of rounds, got a director on set, printed these scrolls, practiced over the weekend in their offices, like paint everywhere, all to produce this very seamless looking thing, yeah. And that's an actual screen print. So there were like a lot of moving parts, yeah. I mean, you should have seen behind the scenes.
Super clean.
Super clean, yeah. We definitely practiced that. And that's me. We practiced that spiral so many times. We were like, it was so tense. It looks fun, but there were tears. Yeah, they're an amazing studio to work with. Just no compromises on creativity or anything. It was really a great experience.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, there you go.
So nice.
So, yeah, I love, these are some of my favorite projects, the ones that are kind of surprising and utilize your work in a different way. So more of that definitely would be awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So what is the best way to follow your work? I would say Instagram?
Yeah, definitely Instagram. I show a lot of...
The beef is there?
The beef is there. Amongst other things. There's beef, there's toast. Yeah, I tend to, like I said, the Instagram has sort of become a place for me to post news and in-progress work, especially in-progress work, which is, you know, sometimes you have like sketches that you really like that you don't get to show, or alternative versions of your work. So I feel like this is sort of like a nice scrapbook, a great space that's sort of inconsequential, it's low pressure, and you can just, I don't know, throw whatever you want on there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the best way to follow my work, probably. I tried Twitter, but it's just...
It's not the same.
It's so hard.
Visual.
Yeah, it's not visual, that's right. I just often end up using Twitter like I use my Instagram, like with a photo or something. I don't know, it's hard to be funny in like 140 characters.
Okay,
so
awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
So as you can guess, we're still live from 1990 in New York, and now we're surrounded by
Can they hear all this commotion?
People.
There's a lot of people.
They want some coffee, they want some energy bars and some apples.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jing, for sharing.
Thank you. That was a fun chat.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
And stay tuned, because at the top of the hour, in about 7 minutes, we'll be back live with Maki Saturday, who's an identity designer. He designed the Oculus Rift identity, and also he designed the Instagram logo, the lettering one.
No big deal.
Yeah, it's a small company.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. He did this.
Nice. The new Instagram branding?
The new lettering, apparently. I think he refreshed it.
Okay.
Not the icon and everything, just the logo.
Awesome.
And yeah, I mean, tons of times. So one of the best identity designer in New York. We're very lucky to have him on the stream. Yeah. So make sure to be here, and they are very grateful. They all say, "Thank you, Jing. Super.
Thank you, guys."
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Happy Friday.
In 5 minutes, Wilfus will be back with Maki Saturday on AdobeLive.com.